Previously on Knight's Quest.
Someone who used to be a person in Goldon is now a spirit and is messing with Abiil. Follow the plan where the 4th is expecting me to actually physically set free the 5th. I'm gonna not do that.
Welcome to Varden, the 100-mile city.
And somebody steps out. Is that you, Johnny?
Hey, Joey.
Popcorn, get your popcorn here. Hot, fresh popcorn and hot dogs. You, sir, what can I get you today, sir?
I want the biggest glizzy you got.
Biggest glizzy. Oh, well, thankfully it's a Friday, so we got a big glizzy special. Biggest glizzy for only $3.
And it's a home run!
Oh, you know what that means? Says it's a home run. Says a home run, you can get a big glizzy and popcorn combo.
Hey.
Oh, I wanted the other team to win.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Hey, no, hold on, shut up. What'd you say? Hey, what'd you say?
I said I'm having a bad time. I wanted the other team to win.
You wanted the opposing team to win?
Yeah.
You can leave. Get out of here.
Is this the slippery one crossover we've all been waiting for?
Hey, get out of here. Who invited you back? Hey, I remember you.
I can, but I won't.
I remember you. You came in here last week. And you were rooting.
because there was a game last week. Duh.
Yeah, and I told you to leave. I told you to scram.
Why would I do that? I like baseball.
But the wrong team. You like the wrong team. Get out of here. Hey, you customer I was talking to earlier. Throw your glizzy at him.
No, I want to eat this.
No, throw him. He's a scumbag.
Nope, I'm leaving now. This is...
No, you're supposed to stay.
I took your remaining stock of hot dogs while you weren't looking.
What? My glizzies? No.
Hey, can we hang out?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I have lost everything except for this week's episode of Knight's Quest.
Oh, there it is.
That was rough.
Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting that to be a character. I just thought it would be funny if there was cheering and one dude who was kind of, disappointed.
Every joke is canon,
Yeah,
Jamie.
fair point, yeah.
It's
We've done this for
canon
4 years.
now, bitch.
It's canon now, pitch, because it's baseball. It's a baseball joke.
Wow.
So anyway, Knight's
welcome back
Quest.
to Knight's Quest. Yeah, Knight's Quest, everybody. Yeah, Knight's Quest. All right. Let's just do it then. That's what the people want.
You said that so angrily. Fine. I guess we'll just go do Knight's Quest. Is
There
that
shall
what
be
you
no
want?
banter. Varden. We're on the streets of Varden. We find Jonathan Bismarck wearing some nice gold-on clothes, the boots of butt kicking, and a beautiful white wig that he's tied into a ponytail. He's standing in front of a brick building with the smoke coming out the top, and just coming out the door is a man.
That's true. They said very little to each other. I believe Joey said, "Is that you, Johnny?" And I believe Jonathan said, "Hey, Joey." And the reason I recap that is because I picture a couple seconds of silence, and then, we're probably gonna be on our way. I feel you found your people. This is it's kind of awkward. Anyway, see ya. And
Bye.
I believe Jurg starts walking away.
If need us, we'll be in palace.
Yeah.
And so I guess me and Jurg just leave Jonathan and Joey on the street.
I guess we don't have to. That was my plan.
If they do leave, I don't think Jonathan reacts to it. I been trying to get to you, but I guess I forgot to plan the part of what I was gonna do when I got here.
How did you get here? I mean, we kind of couldn't be farther from. Johnny, I didn't know if I was ever going to see you again. How did you make the trip?
Well, I can safely say that you're not going to believe me. But I promise I will tell you all of it. But before I do...
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, for sure. I think he kind of shakes himself out of it a little bit, and he's trying to, like, remember to be more hospitable. And he's like, yeah, of course. Come on inside.
Joey.
You know what? That was rude. You were about to say something.
Joey.
Yeah.
And Jonathan runs up and hugs him.
Oh. Yeah. He's pretty startled, but then he hugs him back. Yeah. I can only assume it's been an awfully long time.
It's been a very long time. I think they go inside. It's a very pretty house. Tile floor.
Cool.
Lots of art around. Just all kinds. Sculptures, paintings, just kind of haphazardly displayed around the living space. There are very organized, chaotic piles of things on most of the horizontal surfaces. Except for one, there's a desk in the corner that is meticulously clean and empty of things.
Okay.
But bordered on both sides by chaos. They walk into the room with the sitting places, and they sit. It's a Varden thing.
Yeah, of course.
The sitting place?
Yeah, the sitting room place.
Yeah, so there's a sitting room. Yeah, it's called the sitting room. Yeah,
the sitting room. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, actually, the whole room is actually lower. The floor is lower.
Sure.
So when you enter the room, you step down into it, and it's like all like cushion, like the whole thing is like padded.
Yeah.
There's, like,
JJ
pillows.
had one of these.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah.
Yes.
The sitting room. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a board game table in the middle.
Yep.
Some pillows and comfortable things. So do they sit down?
Jonathan awkwardly kind of like stands, and then he, like a dog trying to like find a comfortable spot on a pillow, like turns around a few times and then just sits.
Yeah. They're gonna be back shortly.
They?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, Ma, and then sorry, do you not? Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't know. So, boy, where to begin?
How about I tell you everything that happened since you don't know what happened, and
yeah, that's
then you tell me what happened since I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and then we'll be caught up. There will be a better way to start. Yeah.
So I found my way to Glenwood. I was doing some mining, just trying to make a living. Ended up in a town in the middle of nowhere, Goldon. They had demons in the mine. Well, demon, singular demon, I suppose.
They had a demon?
It's fine. We put him back.
Okay.
But, then, my buddy Rainer, he's the hero, a legend, the writerism, no big deal. We found out. And
Joey is laughing at him. That is in character. And he says, Johnny, I haven't tried this since we were kids. I haven't done the whole, I'm going to tell a story that's crazier than your story. We'll go back and forth. I haven't done this in a while.
No, hold on. Yeah. So then we go to Costa Rica. And, hold on. Wait. Before that.
There's a knock at the door.
He's in the process of, Honest as Ajax, and then...
I was kind of trying to think of, like, could Joey know some random person in Goldon, but I couldn't think of anything in particular. Yeah.
The knock on the door continues.
I guess he goes to get the door.
He opens the door, and a human woman comes in, and she's just carrying, like, multiple bags in her hand, and, like, a box in the middle, and she's like, "Oh, thanks, Joey. Oh, this was a lot.
Yeah.
But I got everything we need. I think we can start working on the next project pretty soon." Yep. And she just walks to one of the desks and just puts it on one of them and say, "Okay,
hey, Ma, listen to me real quick.
Hold on, this is important, Joey. Joey, this is important. Okay. I think there's one more box in the cot. If you could go back and get it and help your dad out,
I'd love to.
So you've committed to the accent then, Nathan?
Yes.
Okay.
I think maybe I got something to tell you. I think you might want to sit down first.
Sit down. We got the cot is a rental. We got to get the box out of the cot. I mean,
the
guys
are
paying him by the hour, by the pulse here. We got to get it. We got to get
by the pulse. Yes.
It will not take long to tell you, I promise.
Okay, all right. I mean, you know how Varden is. It's always quick. What is it? Oh, hello, sir. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Jonathan's just standing in the doorway with his hands in his pockets.
Jonathan is back.
What? Speak up. Joey, speak up.
He's trying to think of more, like ease her into it, like not such a shock, you know? I said,
Joey, speak up.
I said Jonathan is back. Johnny's back.
Great.
This is Johnny.
She, pauses, she, looks over at Jonathan, and she just, looks him up and down. And she's like, Johnny, what? And she just runs over and gives you a hug, too, right away.
Yeah.
You know, before she even says anything. And with her head, in your head, she's like, oh my goodness, John, this is wonderful. I have so many where's your shadow? Why you don't have a shadow, Johnny? Why are you wearing this ridiculous wig, Johnny? What?
Man.
How why are you here?
Jonathan's doing that thing where when people don't want to hug and they've been hugged, then they just kind of stand there with their arms at their sides and just kind of stand there. And he says, he pushes himself away a little bit. Hey, Ma.
Joey, why weren't you going to tell me? You could have told me this right away that your brother was here.
Oh my goodness!
I thought trying to keep secrets from me.
I thought there was you try to ease into it, it's gonna be.
Oh my goodness!
It seemed like a big deal. I didn't want to.
This is a big deal. Why didn't you tell me right away?
The whole time this back and forth is going, Jonathan is wrecked inside because he is both reveling in this very familiar feeling, this very home feeling, but at the same time so much time has passed. He's missed out on so much. And he feels like a stranger.
Joey, I mean, this is... Oh, sorry, not Joey. Johnny, I mean, this is...
You should definitely keep that in because my in-laws call their 5 children each other's names all the time, and that's hilarious.
Yeah. Johnny, I mean, this is absolutely incredible. I mean, praise the writer. You're here. This is absolutely... This is amazing. Wow, I'm sure we've got... There's lots to say. We will,
I mean, I can keep the surprises coming, and he takes the wig off.
Okay, that's a lot. But I've seen worse. This is fine. This is... Oh, wow, it's in your eyebrows, too. That's...
Okay.
That's a lot of detail.
It's not an in there thing. It doesn't wash.
She's wiping it off. She's like, wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, no, this is the hair.
The rainbow, is that connected to the demon thing, or is it
separate? Funny enough, this is a completely separate spirit that we dealt with.
Separate spirit?
More than one.
Yeah. Okay. I think... Pause?
Yeah.
We're gonna pause right here.
Uh-huh.
She gives you a kiss on the forehead. I love you. Hold on a second. And she leaves the room, and you can hear some talking, and she goes, yeah, come on. Oh, get the box in a second. I know it's by the pulse, but get in here. And she comes in, she's like, so, I know there's a lot to say, and I'm really glad you're here, and I'm assuming that means some good things, but I thought we might as well just get it out of the way. You should. I think I want you to meet him, Johnny. I want you to meet him.
And not cowering behind her, but standing definitely behind her. But with her between him and Jonathan is a well-built human man. He doesn't have a bodybuilder body. He's got kind of a little bit more of that that gut that professional weightlifters have, but he's a working man. And he says, hey, Jonathan, you probably know of me. You don't know me. I know you from your mama's stories and pictures. And, I hoped someday that we could meet. I didn't know that it would be like this, but I'm very, I'm sorry. I'm
oh, no.
I'm Tobias, and I guess I am your stepfather. And Jonathan looks at everybody in the room and then looks back at his mom and goes, "You're still with him?"
Well, I mean...
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that... Yes.
Joey?
It's...
Where's your room?
Okay, so you do remember...
Where's your room?
Yeah, it's...
Just show me your room.
Yeah, sure, it's back here. Yeah, and they head back, I guess. Down the hall, second door on the right or whatever. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I don't know.
Yeah, and he pulls Joey in and slams the door. He looks at Joey hard and says, "So it wasn't bad enough. It wasn't bad enough that you left, and it wasn't bad enough that the two of you left.
Johnny, look,
But you left with the Smith. You left with him, and you stayed with him after what he did to Dad, after what he did to us."
Dude, Johnny, you want to do this now? You want to do this right now?
I've been walking through a fucking jungle, Joey, waiting to do this.
Yeah, and I didn't know you were coming, so I'm reeling over here.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't give you a chance to prepare for this argument.
Jeez, look, you don't know him, all right? That's all. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, he's some great guy. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, we were wrong about the Smiths. I'm not gonna tell you any of that. I'm just gonna tell you, right now, you don't know him, okay? And if I may be so blunt, I don't really know you either. I was kind of hoping that, look, when I saw you, I thought, 1, oh shit, 2, I'm surprised and I don't know what to think, 3, the third thing I thought, maybe we could start over. That's what I thought, okay? So, I am sorry. I'm in panic mode. I'm trying to get my figure out what I'm thinking and what I'm gonna do. And that's the best I got right now. I don't have a answer for you. I'm doing my best.
Jonathan's just looking at the floor, and he looks around the room, and you got like a spare, like some pillows or something. I don't have like a sleeping bag in here. It's mostly rocks.
We were gonna make you sleep on the grass outside. Yeah, of course we have a spare bed, dummy. And he shows him where that is.
Is it in a different room?
I think so. I think they've got a spare room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jonathan takes like whatever blanket or like whatever's on top of it and like folds it a few times and like brings it back into Joey's room, just puts it on the floor.
Oh,
and he drops his bag and some stuff falls out of it. He says, "We got time to talk. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'm waiting for people. So I guess we should talk."
Yeah.
And I guess, and he looks back out the doorway, "I guess we should talk." Hold on. And he goes back out into like the main area and he goes.
And I think when he comes in, he sees his mom talking to Tobias and he's like, "No, I think he did great. He's got a lot. He's a busy guy. I don't know what the hair's about, but he's probably fine." Oh, Johnny,
I can leave for a while, if that makes this easier.
No.
Yeah,
hang
no.
on.
I think the time for that is probably long past. No, we should catch up.
I would like that, Johnny. There's a lot that's been going on, and I think, well, I want to know. I want to know what's been happening. And I can visually see that a lot's been happening.
Yeah, he kind of like rubs his fingers through his hair and yeah. Boy, it is hard to separate the immediate things from the overarching things. I think for now, wow. I drink something. I've been in the jungle for a minute, and I'm gonna be talking a lot right away.
I think they get him some drinks.
Okay, they get him water, and they also get him. I was trying to think of any of the various alcohol drinks we've come up with.
No, you know what? Tobias definitely like gets himself like a tankard full of something, and he like motions to Joey, and Joey nods, and he pours him some as well. And then like Joey and him sit down at the table, and Joey looks at Jonathan, and he's like. He like realizes that Jonathan's like an adult now.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that'd be strange. So I guess he, like, doesn't hand him a glass at first, and then he's just kind of like, huh, yeah. And he shakes his head and he hands him a glass, yeah. I think he punches his arm. Like
Jonathan's?
Yeah, like upper, like forearm. But, like, not in a joking way. He's kind of frowning at him, and he's like, huh, okay, yeah, I wanted to, no shadow. I thought maybe you were like one of those. I've heard people talk about magic, like illusions, not really there, no shadow. Just wanted to double check.
Oh, you mean like they have uptown?
Yeah, uptown. I don't have that kind of cash, but one of my friends has tried it, and he said it was kind of a hoot. Like a projection of himself show up somewhere else, and it wasn't really there. And
well, I mean, if we can make it to an exchange, I've got cash to burn. We could go.
Wait, actually?
God, yeah, I gotta do that. Yeah, for real. I have a lot of money that I've been traveling with, and have not been able to use it in this country yet. So, yeah.
Did you get it exchanged when you came by ship?
No. Okay, hold on.
And so I think he recounts.
Yeah, we should probably do that at some point. Yeah.
We should probably do that so this isn't a recap episode.
Yes.
I don't care about him retelling the stuff that was in the podcast. What I want to know is, does he tell them anything from, like, the early times of after his mom and brother left?
No.
Okay.
I think he exclusively, like, tailors his story from the beginning of the weirdness in Goldon until now.
Okay.
And, like, maybe how he got to Goldon from Cordia.
Sure.
Oh,
was
yeah,
that,
yeah.
I guess so I know, was that very quickly after his parents split?
No,
or was there a few years?
There was, like, Jonathan was young. There was definitely a period of time where he, like, spent just with his dad in the Bismarck household before he left Cordia.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think Tobias knows the other Smiths that Jonathan has wreaked havoc on?
I think Tobias might know, but I don't know if he knows, like, specific situations.
Sure.
I think as they're telling the stories, and does he mention the pranks that he did? Are those things that he highlights?
Yeah, I mean, he tells them everything. The whole journey.
Just assume everything. Okay.
Because I think at a certain point he says like, fuck it, like they're not going to believe me anyway, so I might as well just tell them everything.
Oh yeah. Joey needs like a solid 15 or 20 minutes before he even starts thinking, oh, he's serious. He's Jonathan's this is not a really elaborate joke.
He runs back into Joey's room and grabs his pack and like dumps it out on the table and starts showing them like pieces of their travels. And
yeah.
And Tobias picks up the ball-peen hammer that's been sitting in Jonathan's backpack since...
What?
Hidgety?
What
hammer? Yeah, you stole a hammer from Howdy Smith in Hidgety. What a callback.
No.
Yeah, he picks up the ball-peen hammer and he goes, you doing any smithing on your travels? Not going to be moving much metal with this. This is, more for rounding and... smaller dimple work and why do you, and then he sees the touch mark on the side of the hammer. He's like, huh, I'm not, just go on. Just don't mind me.
I think, as he tells them the stories, and I guess does he tell them like the Murgic stuff and like the crazy world ending Heart of Anima destroying part?
Yeah, everything.
I think so they're laughing in the Goldon part, they'll laugh at the pranks, or they'll be like, oh, okay, oh, interesting, like how parents will go like, oh, interesting, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like then they get into it, they get interested, especially when he gets to Tareve, they've heard of Tareve, but probably haven't been there. They're like, oh, wow. Then he teleports and they're like, what? And then he starts telling them about the destroying part, and I'm sure this is, the whole day, right? This is the whole rest of the day. They eat dinner together as he tells this story, and they get to the end. And I think the mom was like, wow, that's quite a journey being our son on my ass. I lost the accent. I don't know where. I went into southern drawl on that one.
That's okay, because
that's Tobias' fault.
That's okay, because Joey interrupts her, and I think he's got his head in one hand, and he says, Johnny, right or above, below, and all around, you could have led with that. Our city, Varden, is about to get attacked, and you wanted to talk shit first. Is that?
All right. Hold on. Wait. I wasn't even planning on having any of this. I came here with a very specific purpose in mind, and I wasn't thinking. You're right. I should have led with that. I haven't even.
No, I should apologize too.
I mean, if it's any consolation, Raina's on his way here, so I kind of just thought we'd bring it up when the rest of the group got here, so.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not saying I believe you on everything, but,
Yeah.
So the hero is coming.
Yeah. I mean, that, you make it sound bigger than it is. He's walking.
My pages, that's quite a... Never would thought.
So, you're with the writer's hero, and you're gonna try to save us from having our city and the heart get blown up or turned into a salmon or some other... Johnny, last week the most exciting thing that had happened to me was when I hit my thumb with a hammer at one point.
Oh yeah, that was real bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Jonathan kind of scowls at that. He's just like sitting there with his arms, like his hands, or his like fingers laced on the table, just kind of looking down at the table, just kind of waiting for whatever response is coming. Just listening.
Look, Johnny, I think we can help you. All right? I mean, we got our business here. We got we got connections. All right? We move things around town. I mean, we're not the only business in town, but I mean, there's lots of them, but
oh yeah,
help,
I mean, I know how business works.
Oh, you do? I guess you did mention that a little bit. You mentioned, hold on, what was it again? I mean, there was a lot. What was it? What was your business?
The better business.
Right, the Blue Rocks?
Yeah, and he like motions to the blue.
But they don't do anything different. They're just blue, right?
Yeah, no, they're better.
Because they're blue?
Yes.
But they're just rocks.
No, they're better rocks.
Johnny, are you doing the pitch right now? Is this part of it?
Are you doing the con right now?
The what?
Are you trying to sell us?
The what now? Oh, wait, hold on. No, back up. The what?
Are you doing the con right now with us?
It's not a con. Got a lot of customers, who paid for the stuff.
The rocks that are blue, that are just regular rocks.
Yes, in Costa Rica, as well as in the Beacon.
No, hold on. I remember that part. You did a little song and dance, you said.
Yes.
And you just changed people's colors of things?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. And they pay us. And that's the business.
And they pay you a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and he like holds up the gold that he has.
Right. And I think she smiles. She's like, classic Bismarck Khan. Okay. I mean, she turns over to Tobias and this is a situation 3 kind of situation. Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean,
the upcharge for nothing?
Yeah. Wait, what are you talking about? What is this?
You don't got a business. This is a con.
I definitely have a business. Okay, first, I'm not a con. I am a businessman. All right. I'm a level quinth merchant. Okay.
Oh, okay.
A level quinth.
Sure.
Wait, whoa. What is that? Okay. What is that? Johnny, I know you're with Jerome. I know you were with Jerome, your dad, for a while, and I'm sure he told you a lot of things about what business is and how to conduct yourself. There's no way for me to say this without you already hating me more than I'm sure you do. Quinth, it's nothing. It's a thing they give people to send them away. They tell them they got a title. They tell them they gotta go out in the world and make a business for themselves. And it gets them out of the way.
I'm sorry, son. Tobias said, I'm not trying to make you hate us, but like, this is why we left. Your father.
Oh,
is
that why you left?
Yes.
So I finally get to know the reason why you left.
Your father wasn't a good man.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I mean,
no, we're doing this right now. We're gonna do this right now. If the world's ending and you're here already, look, let's just get to the point. We're just gonna get to the point. Listen, okay? Let's talk about where you're at right now. You were told how to run a business? Well, what is your business, son? Okay? Do you got returning customers? Do you got a base of operations? Supply chains?
I mean...
Do you make people's lives better with your material?
Well,
do you provide a service or an actual product?
There's orders going to...
Have you fulfilled any of those orders?
When we get back to Goldon,
Would you buy your own product?
I don't need to buy my own... What are you talking about? I don't need to. I make it. Why would I...
Would you buy your own product?
That's a nonsensical question. Why would I buy it?
Would your product make your life better?
It's already made my life better. It made me so much money. Why would it not? Why would it? Of course it does.
It makes your life better because it makes you money. Okay. But the product itself is nothing. Son, this is a con. You have been conned.
Right as sake, Ma. This isn't a job interview. This is the first night that...
This is what I had to understand. Your father conned me, and he conned all of us. Okay? He said he had a business. Okay? What was his business? Telling other people to go start businesses and then give him money. That was his business.
I think Joey kind of looks at his brother helplessly because he's fucking torn right now.
Yeah, Jonathan stands up, like knuckles on the table. He says, "And why should I believe anything you say, huh? Why should I believe anything you tell me? It wasn't important for you to say any of this at the time? Or put it in a letter?
Well, no.
Or come and visit? Or ask me to come visit? It wasn't important for you to talk to me about any of this before you left. What gives you the right to say anything about who I am as a person?"
She's crying at this point. And she says, "I did. I wrote you letter after letter after letter. I left you one when I left."
"Then how come I didn't get any?"
"I don't know. Maybe because someone didn't want you to know the truth."
"Yeah, let's demonize the man that kept me. Let's demonize the man who raised me, who taught me a trade. Let's put the blame on the person who didn't break up our family and leave with a smith and run away to another country."
Come on, don't talk about...
Johnny, hang on.
Don't talk about Tobias like that, okay?
Tobias just shrugs.
Don't talk about Tobias. He doesn't mean it like that, okay? He's a great man, okay? He takes care of our family.
I must have been so great for you to leave Dad and me for. Must have been really great. I don't know what I expected when I got here, but I don't know.
You know, I didn't actually think this day would happen. I'd see you again. I want you to know I'm glad that you came. Okay? I'm really glad to see you. I mean, look at you. Yeah, look at you. I mean, this is... Yeah, with the hero and you're absolutely incredible, son. But you need to learn what I had to learn. And it hurts. I get it. It hurts. I believed in him too. I loved him too. And I'm sorry that it went down this way, son. I am. I wish I could have been there all those years. But I just couldn't. Not with him. And I think you know that too, because where have you been? Not with him. I think you already know.
I wanted to be happy to see you, Mom. I really wanted to be happy to see you. If it was so bad, why didn't you take me with you? And he just walks out. He walks back to Joey's room and slams the door.
All right. I was supposed to say back in Rillian, but we were in Rillian for that scene as well.
What are those mountains called? The Whistone Mountains?
Whistone Mountains.
Yeah.
Yes. Back in the Whistone Mountains. This is also not necessarily happening at the same time as the scene we just did.
Yes.
Chronologically, but
yeah.
We follow our main party as they trudge up the mountains. Grilta leads them on their trek. And again, this is probably the hardest hiking they've had to do so far, as they're in deeper snow. There's some harsher winds. It's the coldest it's been. The air is now getting thin. It's still a point where you can breathe, but you have to pause more. Everyone's got to pause a lot more as they're ascending this mountain. just to catch their breath. Even Grilta, you can tell that she's maybe a little bit out of her element as you're ascending these mountains. But she's leading you on, and it's pretty clear which mountain you're getting to the top of. It's the tallest one. You're now climbing its face. And she says, I think maybe it's one day later from when you left. So you did one day of hiking, and it's now the second day. She says, all right, we should be getting there in a couple hours. Yeah, you can see the face. It's right there. So as you wrap up your hike, are there any last conversations?
Well, can I add something real quick?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, please.
Grilta finds fire fungus.
What? Cool.
And it's like a lichen. It like clings to like rocks and shit. But if you peel it off, the bottom side that attaches to the rock is flame retardant, whereas the outside is flammable. And so they'd like find a bunch of it, and she tears like pieces off and gives it to everybody. And
that's
Quis
awesome.
Lights it with the dragon spit ring, so they have some warmth on their trek.
Sure.
But they can still hold on to it because of the other part. That's really cool. Yeah.
The stock is flame retardant. Too.
Yes.
So yeah, they use that as I ascend. Again, if there's no conversations, great, then we'll just get to it. But
I have one at least.
All right, go for it.
We're branded to talk to Eloise.
Hey guys, real quick, could you like shove a lot of space? I just need somewhere to touch the ground and not be head deep in snow. If that's
that's some deep snow.
Quis, you can just walk in my footsteps behind me.
But the spaces between the footsteps, I get lost.
I mean, I'm not picking my feet up that high. I'm kind of like trudging a little path here.
I thought we stopped. Why are you still making footsteps?
I keep moving. I gotta keep moving. Stay warm.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll keep moving too.
Oh my god.
I'm assuming they're talking while walking. Yes. Or walking while talking.
Yes.
Yeah. So instead of a morning run, it's a midday jaunt.
Midday trudge.
Yeah. Gotta keep that blood flowing, you know? Also, this is my one conversation.
Nice.
I'm about to meet the biggest deity that I've known of. So, I'll be processing that. Eloise, you have a conversation with Rainer. I'll be back. And you just hear me this and go, wow. Okay.
So, Rainer, I guess we have to talk now.
Yeah.
It has been ordained by Grorg.
Yeah, maybe he could tell that I wanted to ask you something, but I kept being nervous because other stuff was going on. So, I should have backed you up on...
What?
When Oliver was talking to us and saying all that weird stuff about, we have to keep up intrigue and character arcs and shit, and you were kind of on your own up there. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is because you put it into words. You described it in a way that I have not been able to. You're exactly right. I can't even describe the degree to which you're right. I should have been by your side in that, because that was accurate. I have a weird question to ask you.
I mean, at this point, is it?
Yeah. In the village where you grew up, was writerism pretty big, just like Hold On?
Yeah. It's like, well, I mean, at one point in my life, I probably would have said it's everywhere, but...
Absolutely, yeah. Have you ever thought about, trying to find a way to break the plan? Not just, maybe we're all the hero, maybe one of us is the hero, not just that stuff, but trying to find a way out of it completely.
Well, that's nothing, isn't it?
I'm not so sure.
Well, what do you want to become, the writer? We gotta find a genie for that.
Oh, man. That's a fucking deep lore.
Alright, that was good, Jonty. Anyway, we should probably keep moving.
Yeah.
As they're, getting up to go, Eloise turns to her and says, for the record, I know I'm right. And she, puts a hand out to pull him up.
Yeah.
And she says, and I don't need backup, but in the future, if you're thinking about it, I'm not going to stop you from jumping in.
Yeah, I'm still working on being more, assertive and stuff.
Oh, I know.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing from what I've heard.
So they continue walking up. I think Leroy is still tied on Grorg's back. But he's kind of, over this last day and a half, has been pretty complacent. He's kind of smiling as you guys are walking and he's learned that you guys are kind of shutting him off, and so he's just smiling as he sees everything and like chuckles every now and then to himself. Abiil is having a tough time.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Abiil's having tough. He'll like flip through the one book with everything written down, and every now and then just kind of shakes his head and is like, just kind of like coming to grips with that.
Yeah.
I think at one point he even is asking like, so what did I say? Like, what did I do?
I mean, it wasn't you, right? It was the guy,
but what did my body say? Because it was my body. Was there a second body? Were there two bodies?
No, it was yours, I think. I guess I just assumed that Trouble was the recipient of this question.
Yeah, Eloise like kind of pats Abiil on the back and goes, how do you feel?
My face hurts still a little bit. You had a good punch.
So yeah, one body then.
Okay, one body, yes. I've been checking the book, and I have not written anything else in here, so I guess that's a good sign.
Yeah, he said it was. Well, I mean, it was it was kind of what the writer, what you would expect the writer's assistant to, as far as I understand it, anyway. He said like, he wanted you to keep tabs on everybody. He said that you were going to feel that punch when you came back.
Correct. And the next day.
Eloise feels a little proud about that.
I mean, Leroy's still over there, like, watching. I can see him. He keeps watching me, like, waiting for something to happen. But I guess I don't think anything has happened. So,
yeah.
Otherwise, he might freak out or something.
Yeah, his gaze and his eye is the ever-approaching dawn of nightfall. What? Fuck. Yes. God. I swear it is wearing off.
I think it was your first one of the day, so that's probably a good
sign. It's just not quite there yet. And he does that thing where he, like, taps one side of his head like something's gonna come out of his ear.
Like water's in his ear?
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think we're getting there, yeah.
At least you don't have, like, a permanently changed body part. And he looks at, like, Leroy's bone and nose.
And Quis's metal finger. Yeah.
Abiil, real quick. And he just kind of, like, gestures to his entire body.
Oh, that's right. You are a blue man. You are a man made of blue. And that was Murgic. I was there for the... Wow.
It's okay, bud.
I just got used to it, you know? You just kind of forget.
You got possessed by a spirit. It's all good. I won't hold it against
I don't have
you.
a shadow, yeah.
It is
so
wild,
really, like...
the things that you can get used to. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Like, you can get used to me being around. Like, yes?
Quis kind of tries to keep up with Grorg, and he says to Leroy, "What are you thinking?"
Oh, hello, Quis. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Like right now?
No, 10 minutes ago. Yeah, right now, dummy.
Right now. Just watching. I'm just observing, learning.
Oh, boy.
You know, there's really a lot. I don't know if anyone's had this kind of ability for so long. I mean, it's spectacular. I could see so much.
What do you see?
Well, there's we're rolling dice.
Yeah.
First time in the episode.
Roll camaraderie. You're trying to be friendly, right?
Yeah.
Difficulty 3. I think that's literally what happened. Leroy's like about to talk, and then he's like, wait a minute.
It's a success with 2 disadvantages.
Oh, okay, great.
Nathan's favorite.
Success is that he will talk. 1 disadvantage is it will be cryptic.
Of course.
Love it.
I'll figure out what the other disadvantage is in a second. He goes, it's like a dance, Quis. They're just vibrating and shaking, and they're different colors, the shimmering silvers, the platinum blues. There's even a little bit of a golden bronze color just shimmering and plucking and dancing. And you can even learn the rhythm sometimes. I can know what you're gonna say by seeing how it moves. It's transcending, Quis.
Have you seen Fantasia?
No.
It's like Fantasia.
What's a Fantasia?
It's a kind of bread.
It's a kind of bread.
For some reason, it just sounded like a name of a kind of bread.
Go to the grocery store. There's honey wheat Fantasia.
Is this a private conversation, or could Trouble overhear it?
I got the second disadvantage.
Okay.
He goes, Quis, You could see it too. You just gotta let him back in. And eat a little bit of this bread, Quis. And you can see everything.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I don't do that anymore. I swore off the stuff. I feel better, actually. I think you might also, but I don't think that there's really much point in having that conversation. I'm good though, thanks.
You're lost, Quis.
Okay. I mean, I've had it.
But not like this.
It wasn't great for me. Okay.
Wow.
I'm trying to do a thing right now where I'm trying to not be despondent and not talk to you. I'm trying to be whatever being friends with Leroy looks like right now, and you're making it difficult.
Oh.
Well, I appreciate the effort. And then you eat some bread.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay.
Do you think that was separate from the rest, or could Raynor have overheard that?
You could have overheard it, yeah.
Okay.
You're all walking like next to each other.
Yeah. Real quick, Leroy, could anybody see them if they ate the bread?
From my limited studies. Roll camaraderie. I'll keep the difficulty the same. It'll be a 3.
Okay. Just a gajillion successes, which doesn't mean anything. It's just a success. I got 4 disadvantages.
My favorite. My favorite. My favorite. And I will go off in the nighttime on why this is my favorite, but not right now.
Leroy technically does answer your question. Unfortunately, you also trip and die. This is 4.
Leroy answers the question. Unfortunately, you also feel really bad about it.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the question? Can anyone see it?
Could anyone see them if they ate the bread?
Well, for sure I'll take one of those and also make it cryptic.
Okay.
Easy. And then we'll get the 3 into... I know what the 3 is. Okay. And so he answers, well, I suppose anyone can see. But will anyone see? That determines whether you're open to letting him let you see. You see? You need to allow the change. You need to allow the randomness. I mean, you saw it before, Raynor. You saw it before in the dungeon. You remember?
Yeah.
Remember?
I do remember that.
So you have seen. You've tasted and seen. I know you want it back.
If I did, would you be willing to share it?
When the time is right. When I know I can trust you.
Well, that's sad. Sorry, out of character. I didn't mean to Raynor to awkwardly say to his face, "That's sad."
This is sad.
I feel sad. Yeah, I guess that's fair enough.
And then I think Leroy, as he's talking, he kind of changes and he goes, but Raynor, I do think you will need to eat it to win. Because you need to know. You need to know what's really going on, Raynor.
What's really going on?
And who really has strings attached. And then he laughs.
Yeah, I don't think I have any particular response to that. That could be the end of it.
So you continue up.
Yeah.
Does Raynor say that? Yeah, I don't really know how to fucking respond to that, so I think I'm going to go over here now.
I guess I'm going to see you later, man.
I think this conversation is done now. I'm exiting this scene.
I'm exiting the scene. Patreon.
I love that we had that one, but we also had, yeah, hello, this is Raynor. I'm in this conversation now.
Yes.
Or no, I think it was Abiil.
After a couple hours of hiking, you were able to reach the cliff face. This was something that you saw later last day, because while it is the tallest mountain, there is one side of the mountain that you didn't see until you were were able to walk around it.
Yeah.
That has kind of like a ledge. There's a ledge and then a flat wall against it that overlooks the Whistone Mountains.
Like Pride Rock.
No, it doesn't extend out that far. But
okay.
But yeah, there's like a flat place and a flat wall, making like a 90-degree spot. And as you get closer, you're able to notice that the rocks, while covered in snow, do seem to form a large arch on the stone face. Okay. That almost looks like it would be like a large doorway. But it's flat, right? There's solid stone there.
Speak, friend, and enter. Rita McKellen, get out of here. You're not in the scene.
Yeah, get out of here.
What are you
it's
doing?
Probably about 3 stories tall. This arch.
I get it, because it's a book joke.
Sure.
No, but sure.
3 stories tall.
That's a really
funny.
fucking big arch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this big arch. And as you get to this platform, you're winded. This is the highest point you've gotten to. Everyone kind of stops and catches their breath, and Growth is like, all right, so, this is the tallest of the Wisdom Mountains. Welcome. This is kind of like a little platform. I mean, I guess we're not at the top. It's like right up there, but I'm guessing that this is the spot we need to be at because it's kind of like there's a thing there.
I'm not laughing because that's ridiculous. I'm laughing because that's the most logical statement. Yeah. It's like, I'm just kind of guessing that this is it because, like, this is the only thing of note in the area, so it's probably this, right?
Yeah, so, like, again, I'm a tree knower, so, like, all this mountain stuff, you should be thankful. I took that elective, so I did know a little bit, but, yeah, this is kind of as far as I can take you, so you might need to, like, figure out what to do next.
I mean, I was told that mountains are the rocks of trees. Or the trees of rocks.
There you go.
God damn it.
Got there in the end.
Well, yeah, that was what the class was called. The trees of rocks.
Found out it was just about the petrified forest. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, that was a different class called the rocky trees.
Yeah, Eloise is over at the wall. She's kind of like running her hand over it. Not really knowing what to do, but just kind
Roll
of...
ratiocination.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Difficulty 3.
She is good at that.
Ratiocination.
Trouble is staring up at the peak like, I could totally get up there. And Raynor is like, I'm not going to tell you that you couldn't, but I'm just saying maybe that's a future goal.
It's just a failure.
Oh, it's just a failure?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she searches and... Yeah, it's stone.
It's a rock.
It's a rock-based wall. I think Grog's like, okay, all right, remember? Okay. Does he think the rules with Heinous apply with the rules for Heinous Pentus? Do you think those would cross-apply?
Get in your fighting stance.
And,
respect yourself.
Respect your fighting stance. Wait, no,
nope.
Hold on.
Closer. Are you okay?
Is this near, is there a lot? There's not a lot of air here, is there? It's fine.
Grog, are you feeling all right?
No. I'm about to meet...
Yeah, dumb question in hindsight, sorry.
I'm about to meet Hades Pentus. Like, how would you feel when you're about to meet the writer? It's kind of like a... Whoa.
Oh.
I mean, I don't worship him, and so we might be mad about that. Oh, I'd be mad about that.
God.
Oh, man.
Raynor, how did you guys open the... Because, like, the writer put Baz Al Ghul in the mine. The writer trapped in
totally.
there. And the writer put... Heinous Pentus in here. So
yeah.
How did you get in to where Baz Al Ghul was?
To get into that chamber there were riddles. There was a series of 4 riddles and we couldn't get through until we answered them all.
Huh. I mean, Grog, any riddles?
I feel like this whole thing is a riddle. Life is a riddle.
Wow, that's deep. Deep but unhelpful.
What if the answer is that I need to climb it?
That pause.
I don't think...
What if the answer is I need to climb it?
I can be really funny when it's unintentional.
When
What's an accidental punchline, yeah.
I think Leroy's chuckling.
Quis is going to cast Enhance Beauty. And he's going to try and get Leroy to spill the beans again. So it gives me a boost on a charisma roll.
Oh, cast it on himself. Okay.
Yes.
No, he cast it on Leroy. Now that I've made you beautiful, you will tell me your secrets.
That's why I was like, what is going on? Yeah, I guess you cast Enhanced Beauty on yourself. Was that a roll? Spellcasting on yourself?
No, it expends a DP. Yeah.
Okay. It's not a roll.
Right.
Okay, great. Okay, yeah, you can make you look more beautiful. Difficulty will still be 3, but I guess now you get the effects of Enhanced Beauty on it.
That's a success with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. What does Quis say to Leroy?
Quis says, "Hey, Leroy, we're pretty high up. I bet you can see all sorts of stuff up here."
Oh yeah. Yep.
Anything interesting?
Well, since you asked, Quis,
Other than the usual chord tugging and dancing and flowing,
there's obviously the doorway right there to Highness Prentice's prison, right there, marked with the writer's seal and everything, right there in the middle.
Pardon?
It's right there, right there in the middle of the door.
And I mean, I know what it looks like, but I'm just curious, just in case we're seeing different stuff. What does the writer's seal look like?
Right, there's the W and the quill, the cross quills.
His symbol magically looks like the first letter of whatever language you know for the word writer.
And then like a quill drawing that W. It's right there in the middle. Mm-hmm. And also, you guys were wrong earlier. Baz al Ghul was not locked up by the writer. By extension, he was locked up. I guess he kind of was, but like through the elves. It was the elves that locked him up. You guys getting that wrong.
Oh, okay.
The elves locked him up. Very different. Very different.
Yeah, so this could be a completely different style.
So no riddles, which I suppose is a plus, because I'm not good at riddles.
Yeah.
I'm also not good at this, but... 2
of the 4 people who helped with those riddles aren't here right now, so...
Yeah, so there's the seal right in the middle. Does anyone, look at the door?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, Quis is watching what Leroy's talking about the whole time.
With Leroy's, help pointing at it, you can now see that there is a slight engraving in the stone. But it was, up a story and a half.
It's not super easy to see. You'd have to...
No, I mean, there's but now that you see it, it's oh, there it is.
Okay.
And then with your advantage, he goes,
yeah, so we got the strings, the seal, Heinous is hiding over there. I mean, that's really all there is to it.
Eloise gets in her fighting stance.
Lord. He's hiding? Well, yeah, no, actually, that does check out. If it's like a hunting kind of hiding.
Yeah.
Yep, prowling maw.
I think then as he says that and points to it, and you all look, you see the 2 red eyes of Heinous glow. And you see the shimmer of his coat kind of ripple as he now becomes Vizzy. As he becomes visible.
Straight Vizzy.
And you see it is just a heinous beast walking around. And as it prowls through the snow, its tail slowly sweeps behind it to cover up the tracks that it just made.
That's fucking dope.
Ooh.
And he prowls around you just kind of in a slow circle.
That's some apex predator shit.
And he gets in between you and the door, and then he stands upright. And this whole time, he's been chuckling, doing the hyena hiss of the crocodile hiss as he was walking around you, and kind of blends in with Leroy's laughter. And when he gets to the doorway, he then stands up in his upright form, and he grows large and tall. And now you can actually see him because you're outside. It's daytime. But even with that, there seems to be an extra amount of darkness under the cowl of his hood, and all that you can see are the glowing eyes on his face. I do want to make an actual retcon, though.
Okay.
In the appearance of some of our animals. For the Banus beast, I want him to have a tiny little nubbin of a horn.
Yeah.
It's like a tiny little nub. The Duchas to have 2 horns that go backwards.
I can see that.
The Truchas to have 3 antlers. So 3 sources of antlers instead of just 2.
Okay.
And then the Heinous beast has obviously the 2 tusks that it can jut out, and then has 2 horns on top of its head as well. So now Heinous, the spirit, he seems to have 2 horns sticking out, and then 2 more that are clearly his tusks, but are so long that they look like there's 4 horns on top of his head. He's standing there in front of you, dark and looming.
PB chirps in fear.
Chubb is cowering, whimpering.
Quis, reaches up and pulls the wand out of his top hat and just stands at the ready.
Oh, roll call. Who hasn't seen him before this?
Gwilta.
Oh.
She's on her knees. She's in the snow.
I guess Abiil and Quis, this would be new for them, right?
Yeah, Abiil is just kind of eyes wide. He's not terrified, but he's definitely
Sure.
He's
sorry.
He's rock'em sock'em roboting over there.
I didn't mean to imply that I need a reaction shot of every character. I was just curious.
I think then Canis looks at Raynor and he goes,
Heinous Raynor. Ooh. You didn't keep me waiting long. I didn't know if you would actually come through.
I had a pretty good motivation.
I think you can't see his face, but you can see that he is smiling by the way the tusks move, and he says,
Fear tends to get things moving. Are you ready to uphold your end of the bargain?
Eloise, to Raina's what was our end of the bargain again? What were we supposed to do?
I think he means freeing the big guy.
Oh, right. Oh, fuck. We don't know how to do that?
No, we don't. And right after he says that, I think Rainer glances around at the rest of the group as if to kind of mentally see if, everyone's as ready as they can be. And he looks up and he says, yes, I'm ready.
I kind of want to roll with that. I need a roll from you, Rainer.
Okay.
Now, are you using a move?
Oh, I guess I could be. The only reason I'm tempted to say that I'm not is because I don't know. I didn't think of this as a situation where I'm trying to accomplish something. Do you feel like we are? Like I'm trying to convince him of my truthfulness?
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
Sure. Yeah. In that case, the move is called I Am the Hero. It is going to use 1 persuasive point.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and you're rolling persuasion on that one.
Sorry, persuasive power.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to give me a difficulty, sir?
Yeah, let's go with, this is heinous we're talking.
I thought you meant that.
So that's 4.
Yeah. Any extras?
Yeah, make one of them a red.
Oh, great. Thanks for that. Wow. Wow. Guys, the rolls have not been good to Rainer. This is a failure. 2 disadvantages.
Oh.
Not great. Could have been, dare I say it, better.
Nathan is dropping the pages in his notes of what happens if Rainer succeeds, and picking up the packet of what happens if Rainer fails.
I didn't even think this would be a move. I thought the scene was going to end with us opening up the door.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do too.
Let me voice that scene again. Rainer looks at his friends and he looks up and he says, "Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, good, got it, sure thing." He pees his pants. Okay. Everybody laughs.
You know what? No, this is this is going to be even better.
Yeah,
I think the 3 of us, know that you failed. Rainer and his friends don't know that he failed, and so you say that you're ready.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And Heinous goes,
Ah, wonderful. Then let me show him to you.
and that's the failure with disadvantages.
Cool. Thank you, Nathan, my good friend Nathan, who I love and care about. Great stuff.
And so Heinous walks over to the door, which you now understand to be his height. And you didn't notice this at first, but now as you see how big he is, before when he had grown large in the cave, he had cracked up against the stone around him.
Oh yeah.
But this time, even though there's no stone above him, it seems like the air itself is being compressed by his size and by his presence.
Yeah.
As he moves around. But he walks up to the door. He just lays his hand upon the center of it, and you see the symbol of the rider glow, and then the door itself just kind of disappears from the center part. The stone disappears, revealing a long tunnel from within. Heinous turns to your party, and he gestures within. He says,
Come, heinous Rainer, hero of the writer, and meet the imprisoned Prince of Pallado.
Further down the Whistdown Mountains, we see an area recently left by the writer's hero and his friends. We see a fort with high walls, though some are ruined, blanketed with snow, centered around a courtyard. And approaching the walls of this ruin is a man with darker skin, a man wearing cargo shorts, a very unique and fashionable kind of shoes, and a vest. He smiles to himself when he sees the walls in front of him. And as he passes through this fort, he has a look of determination, but also a look of giddiness. He makes his way through the courtyard, and he starts to talk out loud a bit. He says, "They were here. We know that much." And then he even starts to examine markings on the ground. Places where the snow doesn't lay quite right, or debris marks an otherwise uncluttered field of snow. And he does his best to trace footsteps, see if he can figure out which way people were facing, but he gives up on that. But it's while he moves that his eye catches something else. A small pile of ash. Some of it's been blown away by the wind, but some of it looks more like the burnt remains of pages. And he kneels down, almost looking sad for a moment, and then he sighs, and he turns back towards what had originally caught his attention. It's a plant root sticking out of the ground, glowing with an intense purple light. And he looks at it in wonder and intrigue. Then he starts to smile again, and as he gets closer and closer, he sees a mark on this particular root. He sees places where the bark has been scraped away and cut, and there's a strong, vibrant, glowing light coming from within. And as he gets even closer, he begins to feel somehow repulsed, as if the very essence of the root is trying to push him away purely because of who he is and what he stands for. But he keeps walking, and he keeps smiling. Then, when he's almost within arm's reach of the splinter in the middle of the root, he cocks his head and he thinks back to a conversation. And then he says out loud, "Well, I guess it's our lucky day." And then he pulls out a sword, and with all of his might, he swings it down. With a burst of light and the powerful, almost nauseating feeling around him, the root is cleaved in half. The man looks down at the carved root in front of him, and he looks at the blade of his sword with the name Endbringer carved into it, and he says, "Now that's how you end an episode."
Hey Questies, it's me, Nathan. Thank you so much for listening to episode 39 of Season 3. Here are the announcements for this episode. Let's talk about Golf-Ball. Sadly, we had to cancel the Golf-Ball tournament, or should I say reschedule, because we're still planning on doing it, but I do not have a day as of the moment of recording this announcement of when it is going to be. It will likely be in September. Again, we will post that on social media, and if you did register to join us last time, you'll get sent an email about the new day of when the Golf-Ball tournament will be. Don't worry, we're still going to have it. I've got some trophies sitting in my house that I painted blue that I gotta give to somebody. I can't just have blue trophies sitting around. Unless, of course, I win. Then I guess I can keep one. But yeah, Golf-Ball still happening. Can't tell you when, so stay posted for that. Patreon. Thank you. Thank you so much, patrons, for your support. As always, a big shout out to our better tier patrons, Lauren, Grace, Mike, Lowell, long may he reign, and those dang high elves again. Thank you so much. Other patrons, you're also great too. We are going to be having the new Patreon episode coming out next week. Let's say Monday. It's going to come out on Monday after the release of this episode, and it will be about the Keeper of the Gate and some adventures that she had out in the desert hunting Azamites and some other members of her party. Jamie and I just recorded that episode tonight. Tonight we recorded that, and it was a lot of fun. It's a very different vibe than some of our other episodes. It's a little bit more serious, more adventure, more like an Indiana Jones style adventure as we explore the desert, look for monsters and hidden things. So that's a fun one. If you would like to get access to that episode along with tons of other episodes, I think it's our 10th Patreon episode that'll be coming out this month. You can, of course, head to kqpodcast.com and click on the Patreon button, or go to patreon.com/kqpodcast. They'll both get you there, but kqpodcast.com has all of our stuff. So just go there, and you can join the support. You can join the Discord chats, maybe get some extra stickers. It's a lot of fun. Consider heading over there if that is something you're financially able to do. And if not, hey, we're just glad you're here right now listening to our show, which, again, I feel like we've been getting a lot more serious episodes lately, but that's just how it works with ending the season. Speaking of ending the season, I cannot say exactly when we're going to be ending this season, as we have not recorded it, but I do want you to know that it's something that is on our radar, and if I were to give a ballpark of when I think the season will be done, probably around the end of the year, around the end of 2022, if we stay on schedule, don't have to delay episodes or anything like that. But of course, we will let you know when the time gets closer. But I just wanted to give you that heads up, let you know, you're my people, I care about you. But yeah, that's why we've got more serious episodes lately, because we're trying to tie up some stories, and that's just kind of what happens. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us during this time. Of course, you can head to KQ Podcast, get some merch, listen to music, share the love, tell your friends about the show. If you don't have any people that you're able to talk to about the show, and you're like, oh man, the end of the season is going to be coming up, I want someone to be able to talk to. A couple months is enough time to catch up if they binge fast. Tell your friends, get them hooked, get them into the show. We'd love to have them be part of the community. Thank you all for the love in the Discord, on the Reddit, on the Facebook, on the Instagram. Actually, I did have a gold star to give out this week. The gold star goes out to Amy. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I'm just reading it off the email. For your extremely encouraging email that you sent us at nights.quest10@gmail.com. Thank you so much. That was so encouraging. We love hearing from fans, especially if we haven't heard from you before or connected you before. So thank you for that. All right, I've rambled on long enough. Next episode will be out on September 9th, 2022. That's 9922. So that's when you can expect another episode. And may your place in his story be long. Jeez, I feel like our cold opens, like the content of the actual episode has improved as the years have gone on. Cold opens, opposite direction.
How do you think the audience would feel if one day we just raw dogged the episode and just started without a cold open?
I mean, we do that sometimes when it's like serious,
Nathan, this is why I disagree with you. Quality episodes, great. Quality of the cold opens, great. Quality of us talking about the quality of the cold opens, more insufferable every time.
Everybody knows that the best way to improve a situation is to talk about how annoying the situation is.
That's Quest Season 3 finale. 30 uninterrupted minutes of us going through increasingly more layers of how bad the cold opens are.
And then music just comes in and he's like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.